On the afternoon of February 2nd, the 5th day of Chinese New Year, a Facebook page called Japanese Traveler Travel, Shopping, and Food Information posted shocking news. A major Taiwanese celebrity has passed away at the age of 48. An official announcement will be made later. The post claimed the cause of death was a severe case of influenza in Japan. Shortly after, the page added that the celebrity was a woman, an actress from the Meteor Garden era, a show that defined a generation. The post also mentioned that her current husband was a foreigner. All signs pointed to Barbie Hashu, also known by her stage name, Big S. However, since the page provided no evidence, and considering how ominous such news is during Chinese New Year, many netizens flooded the comments, lashing out at the admin for spreading false rumors and speaking recklessly. In response, they fired back with another post. In a few days, all of Taiwan will owe me an apology. I shared exclusive news for free, and this is how you repay me. That night, numerous media outlets attempted to reach out to Barbie Shu's family and friends, but none responded. Her younger sister, Di-Shu, declined calls and left messages on read. The next day, Di-Shu finally broke her silence, speaking to the media through her grief. During the New Year holiday, our family traveled to Japan. My dearest, kindest sister, Barbie, has tragically left us due to influenza and pneumonia. I'm grateful to have been her sister in this life, to have cared for each other, shared our journey, and walked side by side. I will always cherish her and miss her. Shan, Barbie's nickname, rest in peace, love you forever, together, remember forever. Barbie's husband, Koo Jun-yup, also confirmed the news to Korean media, saying, "This is not fake news." When asked if he was okay, he replied in a trembling voice, "No, I'm not." At that moment, fans could no longer deny the devastating truth. Barbie Shu was really gone. "You may see me as a weed, but you'll never get rid of me." These iconic words, once spoken by Barbie Shu as Sanzai in Meteor Garden, now carried a bittersweet meaning. At just 48 years old, she had left this world. Why did Barbie Shu pass away so suddenly? And why do some say she had exhausted herself? Rumors spread that a fortune teller had predicted her death long ago, but is there any truth to it? Today, let's talk about Barbie Shu's extraordinary yet turbulent life, one that can be considered a Truman Show of its own. On January 29, 2025, Barbie Shu and her family set off for Japan. That same evening, they arrived in Hakone for a hot spring visit. It's been reported that Barbie was already coughing and experiencing asthmatic symptoms when she left, so she stayed in her hotel room for the next 2 days, January 30th and 31st. But on the night of January 31st, her condition took a sudden turn for the worse. An ambulance was called, and she was rushed to the ER. However, despite her condition, the hospital did not admit her for treatment, instead sending her back to her hotel. On February 1st, her tour guide took her to Tokyo for further medical diagnosis. She was first examined at a small clinic before being transferred to a larger hospital, where she was officially diagnosed with influenza A. Yet, even then, the hospital did not admit her. Instead, they simply prescribed her medication and sent her home. That same night, Di-Shu even posted a video of herself dancing happily with their mother in their hotel suite. To her, Barbie probably just had a cold and would recover soon. In the early hours of February 2nd, Barbie's condition deteriorated rapidly. Another ambulance was called, and she was rushed to the hospital once again. This time, despite hours of emergency treatment, she was pronounced dead at 7 a.m. Initially, reports stated that she had died from pneumonia triggered by influenza. However, the cause was later updated to sepsis, a blood infection that caused multiple organ failure, taking her life within hours. After her death was announced, many netizens called out Di-Shu, accusing her of neglecting her sister's health. On February 1st, while Barbie was fighting for her life, Di posted a video of herself dancing with their mother, a moment that many saw as indifference to her sister's condition. However, in reality, the two sisters had always been incredibly close, and Di-Shu likely never imagined that something as ordinary as the flu could take her sister's life. According to Mirror Media, after Barbie Shu was rushed to the hospital for the last time, Di-Shu refused to leave her side, staying by her sister's bed until doctors declared that resuscitation efforts had failed. Overcome with grief, Dee collapsed in tears at the hospital. Barbie Hsu had previously revealed on a show that she and her sister had a special pact, that in her final moments, Dee would be there to witness exactly how those last minutes played out. In 2015, the two appeared as guests on the variety comedy talk show Kang See Coming, two interesting stories about their pregnancy. Dee Hsu recalled that when Barbie was pregnant with her daughter, Shi Yue, she constantly worried the child would be born unhealthy. Dee was baffled, insisting, "Why are you worrying for no reason? Your baby will be fine." After asking her repeatedly, Barbie finally opened up about a secret she had kept for over a decade. Back in 2005, when Dee was pregnant with her first child, her initial blood tests revealed a high risk of an unhealthy baby. Seeing her sister panic with worry, Barbie silently prayed, "Please, let my sister have a healthy baby. If the Hsu family must have one unhealthy child, let it be mine."
拜托，一定要让我妹妹生出一个健康的孩子。
是。
她说，如果徐家一定要有一个不健康的孩子的话，她愿意生这个小孩。
是。
Barbie Hsu's last public appearance was on January 25, 2025, when she attended the returning reception of producer Wang Weizhang's daughter with her husband, Koo Jun-yup. According to media reports, she looked rosy and appeared to be in good health. So why had the media always been so focused on her health? It was because she had struggled with her health for years. She also had a history of epilepsy and mitral valve prolapse. In her younger years, to become beautiful, she didn't hesitate to sacrifice her health, earning her the title of beauty queen in the entertainment industry. Barbie Hsu, born Xu Xiwan on October 6, 1976 in Taipei, was the second of three sisters. She had an older sister, Xu Xixian, who was 2 years older, and a younger sister, Dee Hsu, who was 2 years younger. She grew up in a turbulent household. Her father was an alcoholic, a gambler, and physically abusive towards their mother. While her sisters often hid in a corner and cried, Barbie was the only one who dared to stand up and confront their father. When she was 14, her father racked up massive gambling debts and disappeared without a trace. From that moment on, she took on the responsibility of supporting the family and became the debt-bearing girl. Kevin Tsai, co-host of Kang See Coming, once said that the defining trait of Barbie Hsu was that she refused to surrender to life. Blessed with youth and beauty, Barbie began appearing in commercials while still in high school. In 1993, at 17, she and 15-year-old Dee Hsu debuted as a pop duo under the name SOS, later rebranded as ASOS. But their journey to stardom wasn't easy. Their first album, Occupy Youth, released in 1994, didn't garner much attention. However, just 2 years later, their first big break finally came. A producer well known in the industry, Wang Weizhang, approached them and created the variety show 100% Entertainment, specifically for them. Kevin Tsai later described the show as Taiwan's version of The Truman Show, because no one had ever shared so many personal and intimate family moments on television before. For 8 years, the show documented nearly every aspect of the Hsu sisters' daily lives. While they were often criticized for their unfiltered comments, the program consistently topped the ratings. At the same time, the sisters co-hosted another hit variety show, Guess Guess Guess, alongside Jackie Wu, cementing their status as top hosts in Taiwan's entertainment industry. In 2001, another opportunity came knocking for Barbie Hsu. At 25, she was cast as the lead, Sanzai, in Meteor Garden, a drama that became a cultural phenomenon across mainland China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. The role not only launched her acting career, but also earned her a nomination for Best Leading Actress at Taiwan's Golden Bell Awards. She went on to star in a series of hit idol dramas, including Say Yes Enterprise, Eternity, A Chinese Ghost Story, Mars, Corner with Love, and Summer's Desire, maintaining her popularity throughout. In 2011, after marrying her first husband, Wang Xiaofei, Barbie gradually stepped away from the entertainment industry. Before marriage, during her years of intense filming and hosting, she pushed herself to the absolute limit. She often juggled acting and hosting, filming for a while and then rushing to host shows. Once, she was so overworked that she developed a fever and was hospitalized. But even then, she refused to rest. When the doctor wasn't looking, she sped up her IV drip just so she could return to set faster. In addition, To maintain her on-screen image, Barbie was meticulous to the point of obsession about her appearance. She followed a strict rule, keeping her weight precisely at 42 kilograms for film roles and 44 kilograms for TV shows and hosting, believing that was the ideal look on camera. For years, she stuck to a rigid diet, eating only breakfast, just soy milk and eggs, for the entire day. When asked about it, she casually said, "If I really have no energy left, I'll just buy some pickled vegetables, have a couple of bites of rice with them, and drink half a can of Diet Coke." Barbie was also fanatical about skin whitening. She even took anticoagulants to maintain her pale complexion, despite the side effects. Her skin bruised easily, and even the slightest bump left visible marks. In 2004, she published Beauty Queen, a book detailing her beauty and skincare secrets. It became a go-to guide for many young women in the early 2000s, especially those from the post-90s generation. The book was reprinted 7 times within just 2 weeks, eventually selling over 800,000 copies. Reflecting on her extreme approach to self-discipline, Barbie once said, "My brain is like a ruthless overseer, constantly driving my body to perform at maximum speed and efficiency. If I get injured, I'll rest just enough to recover. If I fall ill, I'll take meds and keep going. As long as my body can still function, that's all that matters." But this relentless lifestyle took a serious toll on her health. In a 2018 interview with People magazine, she revealed that she wasn't afraid of aging, or even dying. She never wanted to live a long life, saying, "I came into this world to live at full speed. I want to experience the equivalent of 8 lifetimes in this one, so that in my next life, I won't have to come back." In earlier TV interviews, she also spoke about her belief in the existence of God and the afterlife, describing it as something beautiful. Because of this, she never feared death. No matter how difficult things got, she pushed forward, saying, "At worst, I'll just die, that's all."
最大的支持我，不管碰到任何困难，我都可以走下去。我就是觉得死后的世界是非常美的，然后就是随心所欲，想做什么就做什么。所以我就觉得，反正不管遇到什么事情，大不了就死了，那我就开心了，完全达成我的愿望。
Barbie Hsu had a fearless, all-or-nothing attitude in everything she did, not just in her career, but also in love. In her relationships, she was always the one who loved with all her heart, yet walked away without looking back. At 17, Barbie Hsu met her first love, Blackie Chen. At the time, she was the well-known beauty of Taipei Hua Kang Art School, while Blackie, a 189 centimeters tall basketball player, fell for her at first sight. However, their relationship only lasted a year. Looking back, Blackie reflected, "I was too immature, and she knew exactly what she wanted." In 1998, the Korean wave was sweeping across Asia. The Korean pop duo Klon held a concert in Taiwan, and Barbie, who was in the audience, instantly became a fan of one of the two, Koo Jun-yup. Wanting to get to know him better, she personally invited him onto her variety show 100% Entertainment, and even started learning Korean just to communicate with him. Koo Jun-yup, too, felt an indescribable attraction upon meeting her for the first time, describing her as his ideal type. The two quickly fell in love, and at the height of their romance, she even tattooed the character Ju 9 on her ankle, because in Korean it's pronounced the same as Koo, his family name. On the show, Barbie even boldly confessed, "I hope he will marry me."
你想光头会跟我结婚吗？我觉得你只要用诚意感动他，应该是没问题的。好，我很有诚意，我希望他跟我结婚。
But their love story was cut short when Koo Jun-yup's agency intervened and pressured him to break things off. He publicly denied their relationship on air, and Barbie, heartbroken, had her tattoo removed. Her only parting words were, "Some people are meant to exist only in memories." No one could have foreseen that 24 years later, their story would continue. Afterward, Barbie dated Lan Chenglung for 5 years. Following their breakup, she got together with Vic Cho, and their relationship lasted until 2009. Later, on the talk show A Date with Lu Yu, Barbie spoke with gentle yet unwavering resolve. "When I'm in a relationship, I love fiercely and passionately. But when I decide it's time to end things, I don't hesitate. If reason tells me he's not the one, I won't drag it out, no matter how much it hurts afterward."
我的感情轰轰烈烈，可是我结束的也是斩钉截铁，然后连我自己是很痛苦，觉得我怎么会那么有种做出这种决定？但是我还是会用理智来面对我的人生跟感情。
In 2010, Barbie met Wang Xiaofei, and after just 20 days of knowing each other, he proposed on their 4th date. She gladly accepted. The two got engaged on October 28, 2010, and secretly registered their marriage in Beijing's Chaoyang district on November 16th. The following March, they held their wedding in Sanya, a top Taiwanese actress at the height of her career, marrying one of Beijing's 4 richest young bachelors. It sent the media into a frenzy. The wedding made headlines across the mainland and Taiwan. Marriage brought big changes for Barbie. 15 years earlier, when her beloved dog Emperoress Wu fell gravely ill, she had prayed for her recovery, vowing to go vegetarian for a year if she survived. The dog miraculously recovered, and Barbie not only kept her promise but grew to love the lifestyle, staying meat-free for the next 15 years. However, after marrying Wang Xiaofei, in hopes of improving her chances of conceiving, and under the persuasion of her mother-in-law, Zhang Lan, Barbie broke her 15-year vegetarian streak with a bowl of chicken soup. At the same time, she underwent intensive hormone treatments, injecting high-dose fertility drugs due to her age-related pregnancy risks. But after 2 years of trying, there was still no sign of pregnancy. Devastated, Barbie once broke down in a call to her sister, crying, "I don't think I'll ever have a child in this lifetime." Fortunately, not long after, her perseverance paid off. In 2013, she finally became pregnant, and on April 24, 2014, she gave birth to her daughter, Wang Xiyue, nicknamed Yu'er. The pregnancy took a toll on her body. Her weight shot up from 40 kilograms to 70 kilograms. She became so self-conscious that she avoided going out, even joking that she looked like a seal. On May 14, 2016, Barbie gave birth to her second child, Wang Xilin. But during labor, she suffered a sudden seizure, stopped breathing, and was rushed to the ICU. Drifting in and out of consciousness, her only thought was to see her daughter. The doctor made an exception, allowing her mother to bring little Yu'er into the ICU. Barbie later recalled, "I couldn't even open my eyes. Everything was a blur. But the moment I saw Yu'er, my eyes lit up. I felt like she pulled me back from the brink of death." That experience changed her. She had always worried about weight gain after pregnancy, but dropping from 68 kilograms to 58 kilograms no longer felt like a victory. She came to understand that life and fate are beyond human control. From then on, she chose to live every day as if it were her last.
每一天都当作是最后一天来过。
In 2018, Barbie wanted a third child, but a prenatal checkup revealed the embryo wasn't developing properly. On her doctor's advice and after consulting her family, she chose to get an abortion. That same year, she and Wang Xiaofei joined the Chinese variety show Happiness Trio, giving the public a glimpse into their married life. One particular moment that went viral online was her shrimp peeling theory. On the show, she stated, "A man should peel shrimp for his wife. Ever since I married my husband, if he doesn't peel them for me, I just won't eat them." Her statement sparked heated debate and even trended on Chinese social media. On another show, Barbie Hsu also thanked her husband for saving her life on multiple occasions, saying that he would get extremely anxious whenever she fell ill.
老公，我很感谢你救了我那么多次的命。我每次一生病，你就会真的很紧张，很感谢你。
At the time, many netizens still saw their marriage as loving and stable, but what was shown on camera was just the tip of the iceberg. After having their second child, Barbie Hsu returned to Taipei to recover, saying that Beijing's dry climate and food didn't suit her. Although Wang Xiaofei frequently traveled between Taiwan and Beijing and both tried to compromise, their differences showed up in every detail of their marriage. She once shared a story. Her husband, trying to cheer her up, bought a bunch of lamb chops and prepared a lavish meal. But since she wasn't fond of meat, she simply asked, unimpressed, "Can you make me some broccoli instead?" On September 14, 2020, it was reported that Wang Xiaofei was spotted partying at a bar with friends and was seen hugging a woman while intoxicated. On June 5, 2021, Taiwanese media suddenly reported that Barbie Hsu and Wang Xiaofei were getting divorced. Barbie later confirmed that she was in the process of ending their marriage. After 10 years together, their relationship had come to an end. Barbie Hsu was granted custody of their 2 children, while Wang Xiaofei was given visitation rights and required to pay child support. In the years that followed, their divorce became a full-blown public spectacle. Disputes over child support, ownership of their luxury home, the S Hotel in Taiwan, named after Barbie Hsu and backed by Wang Xiaofei's investment, and even the absurd and now infamous mattress scandal all made headlines. Some have noted that since their divorce, the two have taken each other to court 18 times. Just months after the split, Barbie Hsu rekindled her romance with Koo Jun-yup through a single phone call. Upon hearing about her divorce, Koo mustered the courage to dial her number from over 20 years ago, only to find that she had never changed it. That call reconnected them. Koo later said, "We only have half of our lives left. I don't want to miss this chance again," and proposed. To his surprise, Barbie Hsu said yes. The couple registered their marriage in South Korea on February 8, 2022, announced it publicly on March 8th, and made it official in Taiwan on March 28th. However, news of her quick remarriage sent Wang Xiaofei into a downward spiral. He accused her of cheating during their marriage, even claiming that she had sent gifts worth 12 million new Taiwan dollars to South Korea long before their divorce. In May 2022, netizens were stunned when Taiwanese entertainment journalist Gay Siqi released intimate photos of Wang Xiaofei with multiple women. Then, despite Wang Xiaofei marrying Ma Xiaomei in May 2024, his feud with Barbie Hsu showed no signs of ending. On March 20th, 2024, Barbie Hsu posted a statement describing her marriage as 2 deaths and 1 serious injury. The 2 deaths referred to the 2 pregnancies she lost, while the serious injury referred to her own deteriorating physical and mental health. Even before her wedding to Wang Xiaofei, she had suffered a miscarriage due to a sudden loss of fetal heartbeat. Then, in 2018, she lost another pregnancy while expecting their 3rd child. In her statement, she admitted that after the divorce, she had used Wang Xiaofei's credit card a few times out of spite, but emphasized that over the years, she had lent him and spent far more money on him than the other way around. She ended with, "After our divorce, you spread false rumors that led to years of online harassment against me. But I should thank you for putting me through such hardships, forcing me to fight through them. From now on, I won't respond to any more of your smears. I'll leave it all to the law." At the time, no one could have imagined that just months later, Barbie Hsu would pass away, bringing an unexpected final end to all the turmoil. Barbie Hsu's sudden death has left countless netizens questioning Japan's healthcare system. As a developed country with cutting-edge medical care, how could it still fail to save her? Statistics show that from September 2, 2024 to January 26, 2025, Japan recorded a staggering 9.523 million cases of influenza. By late December, the average number of patients per medical institution had surged to 64.39, more than double the alert level of 30. This indicates that Japan's healthcare system was under immense pressure. Many Chinese bloggers living in Japan warned others against visiting, stressing that the flu outbreak was extremely severe.
各位宝宝最近真的能别来日本就别来日本，日本流感真的是太严重了。
日本最近流感大爆发，
今年是日本10年内流感最严重的一年。
According to Cao Bin, vice president of the China-Japan Friendship Hospital, Barbie Hsu had already shown flu symptoms on January 29th, the day she arrived in Japan, and needed antiviral treatment within 48 hours. However, she wasn't diagnosed until February 1st, missing the crucial treatment window. As for why she wasn't hospitalized in time, pulmonologist Xu Liheng, who practices in Japan, pointed out that Japan's medical system differs significantly from Taiwan's. Japan follows a strict referral system. Patients must first visit small clinics, and only if necessary they are referred to larger hospitals. This system, widely used in developed countries, helps allocate resources efficiently, prioritizing critical cases. However, it can also delay emergency treatment. Additionally, language barriers pose another challenge. Many Japanese doctors have limited English proficiency, which can affect diagnosis and treatment for foreign patients. Meanwhile, another claim that has gone viral online suggests that Japan's hospitals weren't at fault for her death. According to this account, emergency records from the town hospital showed that her blood oxygen level had dropped to 89%, with clear signs of fluid buildup in the lungs. After receiving an antipyretic injection, she insisted on returning to her hotel instead of staying for observation. On the morning of February 1st, doctors advised transferring her to Tokyo General Hospital, but she declined, explaining that she had already booked her return flight. By the afternoon, her condition took a sudden turn for the worse, and she went into respiratory arrest. She was rushed back to the nearest clinic in an emergency. CT scans revealed full lung inflammation, and she was pronounced dead in the early hours of February 2nd. However, the truth of this claim remains unverified. A respiratory specialist explained that if the claim is true, a blood oxygen level of 89% signals severe oxygen deprivation, which can lead to brain hypoxia and heart failure. Immediate oxygen therapy would have been necessary, and in critical cases, ECMO could have been used as a last resort to save her life. Some netizens, however, believe that fate played a role. A decade ago, Taiwanese intellectual Li Ao publicly stated that he was not optimistic about Barbie Hsu's marriage to Wang Xiaofei, predicting that a fierce battle between their strong-willed mothers would inevitably unfold. There are also rumors that Barbie Hsu once revealed on a show that a fortune teller predicted she wouldn't live past 50, and that she would have 2 marriages, the first lasting exactly 10 years, which was precisely how long her marriage with Wang Xiaofei lasted. When she quickly remarried Ku Junyup a few years ago, Taiwanese fortune teller Eiffel warned that her horoscope required love to thrive, but rushing into another marriage would bring her new suffering.
这个部分说，如果没有处理好，我觉得新的婚姻反而是一种精神的折磨。
Eiffel even boldly predicted that her marriage to Ku Junyup wouldn't last more than 3 years.
就是最长了，大概3年还是会。
最长3年。
最长3年，因为他现在的结婚是受到流年的影响，刚好有这个角度让他产生这种冲动，但是这种冲动的角度离开了以后，他会觉得说我干嘛之前这么冲动。
Tragically, Barbie Hsu passed away just days before her 3rd wedding anniversary with Ku Junyup. Even eerier, a netizen uncovered a Weibo post from November 13th, 2024, by an account called Lu Huai'an Yi Yi, which explicitly predicted that Barbie Hsu would die before 50. Could it be that a person's fate is truly predetermined? Barbie Hsu's body was cremated in Japan on February 3rd and transported back to Taiwan from Tokyo's Haneda Airport on the 5th, by a private chartered flight. According to Taiwanese media, her urn will be kept at home permanently because her sister, Di Su, wants to see her every day and talk to her whenever she can, so she won't be left alone in the columbarium. Before her cremation, her close friend Janet Chia happened to be in Japan and rushed to say her final goodbye. On February 4th, Janet Chia posted, "I saw you. Peaceful, serene, just as beautiful as ever, like you were simply asleep, but our hearts still ache. In the end, Appa kissed you deeply, a heartfelt farewell. His sobs shattered our hearts." But it wasn't just Barbie Hsu's current husband who was devastated. Her ex-husband was as well. On February 3rd, Wang Xiaofei, who had been vacationing in Thailand, rushed to Taipei. His current wife, Ma Xiaomei, accompanied him at Taipei Taoyuan Airport, where the media captured his grief-stricken face, eyes red and swollen from exhaustion. He bowed deeply to reporters, asking them to speak kindly of Barbie Hsu. On February 4th, Wang Xiaofei left a comment under a clip from the variety show Happiness Trio, which he had once appeared on with Barbie Hsu. He wrote, "Honey, I miss you so much." Moments later, he deleted it and changed it to, "I miss you so much," later adding, "I should have been the one to die." His words sparked mixed reactions. Some netizens dismissed his grief as too little, too late, while others criticized him for making such a statement when he was already remarried. But supporters defended him, saying that although his emotions can be erratic, he always worried deeply about Barbie Hsu's health and knew her condition better than anyone. However, more than the tangled emotions of those left behind, the greatest concern remains Barbie's 2 children. Rumors spread online that due to her fragile health, she had drafted a will early on, leaving her entire estate to her mother and 2 children. On the night of February 2nd, Ku Junyup, still in mourning, spoke out for the first time. He posted a long bilingual message in Chinese and Korean on Instagram, expressing his stance on the inheritance. He would give up all rights in favor of Barbie Hsu's mother. He also wrote that the time he spent with Barbie Hsu was an irreplaceable gift, and that protecting the people she loved would now be his final duty. Throughout her life, Barbie Hsu loved her children the most. During a show recording, she broke down in tears after just a few days apart from them. In the variety show After Becoming a Mother, she once said, "I used to go to great lengths to be beautiful. Now, for my children, I'd be willing to put in 100 times more effort."
我觉得我以前能够为了变美做的所有的努力跟改变，我为了孩子可以乘以100。
It's heartbreaking to imagine how reluctant she must have been to leave them behind. We hope her 2 little ones inherit their mother's wisdom, courage, and kindness, facing the future with strength and optimism. February 3rd marked the beginning of spring in the traditional Chinese lunisolar calendar, yet Barbie Hsu remained forever on the last day of winter. Looking back on her spectacular life, she was the fearless, passionate Sanzai, the gentle yet resilient Qilwo, the devoted and unwavering Ni Xiaoqian, the cold yet proud Yin Xiamo. She was a beauty icon, a fiercely loyal friend, a caring sister, a loving mother, a devoted wife, a cherished daughter, and an irreplaceable part of an entire generation's youth. Now she's gone. Sanzai, may you rest in peace.
Thank you.